Hi everyone and welcome back to another weekly installment of the Top 10. These are the hottest selling Magic cards this week from July 12th to the 19th of 2024. We're going to see some Modern Horizons 3. We're going to jump in there with a little bit of Assassin's Creed and who knows what else. But all you got to do is stay tuned because it's coming up next. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here and thank you again for tuning into my channel for a weekly installment of the Top 10. Now of course if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, new content coming at you every single day. And of course yes, right now my TCG Player affiliate link is still active until I hear what's happening from the company, so don't forget to hit that link if you're shopping on TCG Player. Now stopping in at number 10 to start out our list this week is Swarmyard, and this one looks like a bit of a mistake from a lot of players because it was put into a pre-constructed deck from Bloomborough, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't 768 sales this week with an average price tag of $16.18. Now that means this price is definitely going to be shifting downward and it's probably going to settle at about 50 cents on the price we see right now. But let's not forget, this is still an amazing card. As a land, it does tap for colorless, but it regenerates target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. This thing's a pretty epic card that goes a long way, but as soon as they slammed it into a pre-constructed deck, we knew this was going to be around and be heavily available to players, which means the price will not stick. This price is going to fall, and a lot of players probably overpaid. Now let's go ahead and stop in at the number 9 card this week, and here you're going to see it's the Staff of Hermes. Now this thing comes in with an average price of $3.38, 840 sales this week. Now that's not a lot of money being spent on this card, because with a total sales volume of $2,839.20, considering where we're at with Assassin's Creed, this number is not going to climb, it's actually only going to drop, and that leaves a big hole in the market to decide what to do about Assassin's Creed. Singles are selling, they're just not selling anywhere near the volume that we would have expected. Now, here we take a closer look at the card. It's an equipped creature, it gets lifelink. Now, as long as you have 30 or more life, the equipped creature gets +5/+5 and has indestructible and prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature. Now, in a commander game, this is an entirely different beast altogether, so you can expect this card to hold its value, if not go up, but I still wonder what's going to happen with Assassin's Creed because these cards are just not moving. Now our next card comes to us from Modern Horizons 3. This is Pearl Medallion. Now this is a really cheap card right now. It comes in at $2 on average, and it's 981 sales this week, or $1,962 in total sales volume. Now, as a number 8 card this week, and seeing where we've seen all the pearls and the sapphires and the rubies go, the price has been dropping steadily since the reprint in Modern Horizons 3. I don't expect a major bounce back, but there is going to be a little bit of a rubber band effect to this card. It's a 2 casting cost generic artifact that's rare, and it says white spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Pretty interesting, a nice card. Everyone uses it in Commander, including myself. Now, where this goes in the future will be the real telling on how many Commander decks people are playing and how many copies of this card. I would buy it at $2. I would buy a couple of copies. That way you'll never have to buy this card again. No matter what happens, you've solidified your position in this card for the future. I'd buy it. I mean, 4 copies for $8, great deal. Now, our number 7 card this week, Olivia the Opulent Outlaw. This card's still holding, not bad, at $13.32. 1,103 copies sold this week, which is $14,691.96. Now, this legendary vampire assassin for 4, it's got a little bit going on there as a 3/3. And what I mean is, the popularity of the card and what's been going on in Commander lets you know, because this card went from next to nothing, shot up in value. Now, what do we get for our money? For 1 black, 1 white, 1 red, and a generic, this legendary vampire assassin has flying and lifelink. It also says, whenever 1 or more outlaws you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are outlaws. 3, sacrifice 2 treasures, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, and activate as a sorcery. That's kind of an insane card. I love it. I'm glad to see people are enjoying it. And as the price continues to fall, yeah, this thing's probably going to see a few more sales, if not make the top 10 again. I mean, we have Bloomberg around the corner, guys. It's going to happen. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Urza's Cave. This thing continues to have some staying power, okay? What I mean is, it's still in the top 10. It's still somewhere on my list. 1,143 sales. That's only $2,571. This card comes in at 200. I was going to say 200. You didn't get me. It's Saturday morning, guys. $2.25. But this is a far cry from that $10, $12 at pre-release where we saw all those copies selling and all those people just letting FOMO take over and just take control of their wheel, and they just kept spending money. Now, it is a great card. Land, Urza's Cave, tapped out of the colorless, 3, sacrifice it, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. It has a home and commander. It's got modern. It's got stuff going on. And this card does have a future. Would I buy 4 copies for $10? Absolutely. Now, Fell the Profane. This thing continues to kind of be gliding along at a steady price. $2.46. It's like a 4-cent drop from last week. 1,578 sales. $3,881.88. Guys, good price, good card, lots going on. This thing can come as mana. This thing has instant speed. 2 red, 2 generic. We've got some stuff to talk about with these cards because these uncommons are not the 30-cent uncommons of old. All these style of uncommons seem to be holding between $2 and $5 in value, which is kind of where old rares used to hold. So this card can give you mana, okay? You can tap it for mana, you can have it come as a land. But if you need a creature kill, it destroys a creature or a planeswalker. Insane. It makes perfect sense where a card like this is going to continue to hold value and be utilized by a lot of players. So for $2 and change, yeah, I can see why players are still buying this card. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our next card. It wasn't on the list before. This is Consigned to Memory. This is an instant card. Now it comes in at number 4 with an average price of $1.29. It had 1,845 sales this week, or $2,380.05. Now, the artwork is okay. I remember we talked about this card during the pre-release and promo season to see where this card was going, and it looks like players are starting to take up the torch and buy this one as well. So, for 1 blue, instant speed uncommon with replicate. When you cast a spell, copy it for each time you pay this replicate cost. You may choose new targets for the copies. Counter target triggered ability or colorless spell. So being able to replicate this and cast it multiple times against multiple targets can be a lot of fun, okay? I can see why players are enjoying it. This is just one of those cards I think that's coming late to the game, and it may actually go up a little bit, so keep your eye on that card. Now, okay, here we go. This is the Ocelot Pride. This thing's insane. This is our number 3 card this week with 1,916 sales, but that is $100,000 plus in total sales volume. This is just getting nutty. We got to talk about this card. The average price is $53.92. This is a 1/1 cat. Okay, it's a cat. Now, the better question is not that it's a cat, but what does this cat do for us? What are we getting bang for our buck? Let's not forget this is a 1 casting cost 1/1 cat with first strike, and it has lifelink. It has Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get City's Blessing at the beginning of your end step. If you gain life this turn, create a 1/1 cat creature token. Then if you have City's Blessing, for each token you control that enter the battlefield this turn, you get another token. That's insane. Okay, guys, the Brotherhood Regalia is still here. Number 2, 2,304 sales, or $8,640.88. This thing's holding on, okay? I'm not surprised. Now, as the only other Assassin's Creed card we have on the list this week, let's take a closer look at what we're getting here. We talked about this last week, but players are they're honing in on a few of these things, and I have played against this in a couple of games of Commander. 2 casting cost, artifact equipment. Equipped creature has Ward 2. This is an assassin in addition to other types and can't be blocked. Legendary creature, equip 1. Equip 3 if it's not. Guys, this is not bad. I gotta be honest. The fact it has the Ward 2 is very nice. And the legendary equip 1, you're not knocking it, man. This thing's got some stuff going on that you gotta appreciate. Okay? But it's still not the number 1 card. Number 1 this week is Sink into Stupor. $4.44 a copy, 2,398 sales, and a total value of $10,647.12. Now, this one here, it can come in as that land, which is fine. But what I find interesting about this card is that it's holding so strong on the price point, not the sales volume. The $4.44 is selling copy after copy. Now, paying the 3 life to get the land isn't huge. Paying the 2 blue and the 1 as the instant, that's a little bit different, isn't it? Because choosing to return a target non-land permanent to their hand, yours or theirs, gives you a lot of options. It gives you offense, defense, and you can get a land if you need it later on if the other card's going to be obsolete as the unsummon. So I think this card deserves to be here. It has a lot going for it. Now let's be honest. The Ocelot Pride is an amazing card. Over $100,000 in sales action shows you that people believe that card is worth the money or they wouldn't be spending it. And they don't believe that card's getting a reprint at least for a couple of years. But let's also take a look at the actual numbers. The volume of sales is still incredibly low. Well, Bloomberg's sealed box sales of all their different sealed products is actually quite high. It looks like the market can only handle one thing at a time. There's no way for the market of Magic the Gathering to absorb all the products that Wizards of the Coast continually keeps pumping out, which just shows you the actual limits of what the market is willing to buy. We are not an endless, bottomless pit of money. And we are skipping products, skipping things to buy the things that are more important to us. We're engaging with the products that we want to engage with. Isn't that interesting? They said it for us to do it, and now we're doing it. And I wonder how they're going to deal with the backlash of all the leftover products again sitting there on the store shelves. I mean, as we get closer to Bloomberg, look what's happening with Modern Horizons 3. Look at the physical products that are sitting on store shelves and no longer being purchased. Look at the singles that are now sitting inside store cases because players are waiting for Bloomberg. We're waiting for Bloomberg. Or maybe Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, movies aren't exactly cheap anymore either. And that's this weekend coming up, right? Not this weekend now, but next weekend. I'll be there too, don't worry. We're going to have great. And the Bloomberg pre-release. It's a jam-packed weekend next week. So let's remember all that, guys. It's interesting. It's almost funny at this point and comical to think that Wizards of the Coast hasn't learned their lesson. But at the same time, let them just do what they're doing. We'll keep getting the products we care about, and we'll take advantage of every corner we can cut. Guys, thanks a lot for being here today. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the Reserve List Top 10. You might be a little bit interesting. Maybe it is. Maybe. Yeah, it will be. All right, guys, have a great one. Enjoy the day. Hey, guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons of this channel. Because of those patrons, daily uploaded content is made possible. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So thanks again for supporting the channel. Thanks for being a patron or a YouTube membership member, guys. Without you, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? So thanks again. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Shop smart and shop smart. Don't worry, I'm just teasing you guys. I know. I couldn't help myself. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. Ramble and the Jamble! Guys, it's awesome. I love the mistakes that Wizards of the Coast is currently making by overproducing products because it is leaving a lot of gaps that not everyone in the market space can cover. And those gaps allow you to come out on top. It allows you to double down on things if you know it's going to be a good deal and maybe make a little bit of money along the way to help pay for some of the purchases of cards you want to get. The fact we're engaging with products the way that Wizards said we should probably is not what they actually had in mind, but it's paying off, okay? It really is. The uptick on all the sealed product for Bloomberg, as well as the dwindling singles sales, is another kind of weird avenue we're at right now, where we know singles still dominate the market, but the money's not moving there right now. It's not. It's people buying upcoming Bloomberg products, okay? And even Duskmorn for part of it as well. I will touch on that next week. I've got to get some stuff together, but some of the numbers look pretty good. There you go. It's a little heads up here if you got the Ramble Jamble. Guys, thanks again for being here. I'll see you guys later. Deadpool next week. Deadpool. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Awesome.